things just go by so fast, don't they? Because we're already hot off the heels of WWE's latest pay-per-view event, which took place just last night in Phoenix, Arizona, in the form, shape, and name of WWE Money in the Bank 2012, a pay-per-view event that promised to give us everything that we expected and just a little extra more. So allow me to break down this pay-per-view in this video, watch me along as I do, and leave your opinion in the comment section below. Whether you agree or disagree with my opinion is completely up to you. But as always, like or dislike this video as you see fit, and Juanito Shet always thanks you for watching. Y para mi gente mexicana como yo, que quiera mirar estos videos pero no puede mirarlos porque nomás hablo en inglés, yo ya tengo varias semanas considerando agregar subtítulos a cada video que yo suba de la WWE en español, para que ustedes también puedan disfrutar. Bueno, espero que disfruten de estos videos para que ustedes también puedan entrar a la conversación de la WWE. Así que espero que disfruten de los videos con estos subtítulos que voy a agregar, comenzando con este video y para cualquier video que suba en el futuro de la WWE. Así que a ustedes también les doy gracias por mirar estos videos y gracias por seguir visitando este canal. Money in the Bank started off just right with one of the two Money in the Bank ladder matches, and this match was of course for SmackDown because they're not gonna put Raw's Money in the Bank match first. However, the action was packed, fast-paced and hot, and all the superstars shined brightly in their different actions throughout the entire match. If you watched the pay-per-view though, or just that match, you know who came out on top, and it was none other than the show-off Dolph Ziggler, a man who has worked for the past 6 years in the WWE to get to the top, to get to his Money in the Bank match, and come out with the briefcase in the end. And I doubt I'm alone when I say that it's about goddamn time that Dolph Ziggler got his shot at the main event scene to hold a World Heavyweight Championship, because if it wasn't Dolph Ziggler, the show-off, coming out of the match with the briefcase in hand, it was going to be Cody Rhodes and no one else, because no one is at the level that they are. No one has been at the top of the mid-card for as long as they both have without getting their shot at the main event glory. So I'm happy for Dolph Ziggler since he won, and I can't wait for this man to become the next World Heavyweight Champion, because as great as a champion as I think Sheamus is, I think he's had his run, and I think it's time for Dolph Ziggler. The show-off has been tasting the main event scene for so long, it's time he got his time. It's time for Dolph Ziggler.
I'm here to show the world, I'm here to show the world. Come on, bring it on.
After the show-off came off victorious in SmackDown's Money in the Bank ladder match, we had the match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We had Del Rio versus Sheamus, and of course I think you probably predicted the outcome of this match, because I sure did. Sheamus won with the white noise and then a bro kick after, went for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and Sheamus is still your World Heavyweight Champion. However, with Dolph Ziggler being SmackDown's Mr. Money in the Bank, I don't think that reign is going to last too long, Mr. Great White. So watch out, because the show-off can take that belt from you anytime he feels like it. But I'm also at the same time a bit of a fan of yours, so I congratulate you for your title defense against Del Rio, and I hope you lose the title only when Dolph Ziggler takes it from you.
Read the words that are written in my face. Oh, I believe them, I believe. It's a shameful thing, you've lost your head.
And if you watch the pre-show for Money in the Bank, you know that the tag team champions defeated Único and Camacho in their pre-show tag team match, and later on during the show, the tag champs were seen again at the announce table watching Epico and Primo take on the primetime players Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young came up short in this match, as Epico and Primo were victorious, although this doesn't really make much sense considering the fact that the primetime players are still the supposed #1 contenders for the tag team championships. So seeing as they lost, it doesn't make much sense, and after they lost, they had a short confrontation with the tag team champions that resulted in AW getting washed by R-Truth and his water bottle. And the match though for itself was a pretty decent match with lots of action, and Epico and Primo looked really good in it, as well as the primetime players, even though they lost. So it was a decent match, and one that I enjoyed watching, and one that I think was worth watching. So I think congratulations is in order for Epico and Primo, seeing as they came out victorious in this match, and I think we might see them go up against the tag team champions for their gold soon enough. I say we make this a triple threat tag team match at SummerSlam so that no team is left out and we can really see who deserves to be the tag team champions. After all of that though, we saw the match for the WWE Championship. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan with AJ Lee as the special guest referee for this match. The finish though, the outcome of the match wasn't as controversial as some people might have thought it would have been, as CM Punk pinned Daniel Bryan after putting him through a table with a back suplex from the top of a turnbuckle. So he pinned him 1, 2, 3. AJ counted the pin, and there was really no one-sided decision from AJ, although she was a bit crazy during the entire match, as she tends to be with her character. So CM Punk retains the WWE Championship gold. He is still the champion. What's next for Daniel Bryan? Will he move on to another feud? Is there a new contender for CM Punk in the name of John Cena? Or will this feud continue as John Cena faces other people? We really don't know. The match was awesome, although slow paced and a bit hardcore. It was not a technical masterpiece that some expected, but it was great and it was enjoyable while watching it. So the WWE Champion CM Punk retained his championship, and he had his clobbering time against Daniel Bryan, and once again showed us why he is the best in the world. After the WWE Championship match, we had Ryback go up against a duo of Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex. Though this time, it was a handicap tag match, and so Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex tagged in and out. Ryback, of course, though, was victorious in this match, as was the predictable outcome. But during the match, he showed that he was not unstoppable, he was not invincible, and he's not Super John Cena, because he was taken down, and Tyler Rex and Kurt Hawkins did get a few pinfall covers on him, although they didn't pin him since Ryback won. But it showed that Ryback is not a complete unstoppable force. So it was an average match. It was actually kind of decent, and it wasn't completely boring to watch like the squash matches that Ryback has had in the past. But Ryback carries on, and he's still undefeated. After Ryback had his show of dominance once again, there was a 6-diva tag team match, 3-on-3, the heels versus the faces once again, although nobody cares about either really. And I didn't watch it, in all honesty. I skipped it because I was way too hyped up about the pay-per-view, and I felt like watching the Divas match would be a bit of a killjoy, so I didn't watch it. But I read the results for it, and Layla pinned Beth Phoenix after her usual neck breaker. So it ended with a predictable finish and a predictable pinfall on the part of the champion Layla. And so it was not a match worth watching. It didn't last all that long like Divas matches never do. So that's that, and we move on, really. And of course, the main event for Money in the Bank was the Money in the Bank ladder match for the Raw brand. And of course, as many people predicted, the predictable outcome, John Superman Cena was victorious in this match. I personally would have rather seen someone like The Miz, since he returned just last night, or Chris Jericho, someone with a lot more talent than Cena, come out victorious. But of course, it was decided beforehand that John Cena would turn out victorious, since rumors of CM Punk versus John Cena taking place at SummerSlam have been going on for quite some time. So it was only expected that Superman would win this match, and so he did, and that was basically the match that finished Money in the Bank, the pay-per-view. But to get to the bottom of this video, to the final, to the end, to el fin, Money in the Bank 2012 was a fantastic pay-per-view, and if you were to ask me what I'd give it out of 10, I'd give it around an 8.5 because in my personal opinion, it was an exciting, fun, great pay-per-view that lived up to expectations. Sure enough though, it had its predictable matches, its dull moments like any other pay-per-view would, but it was great nonetheless and worth your money. But I guess the entire analysis of this pay-per-view event makes up this entire video, and as always I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time whenever I upload my next WWE video. So, I'll catch you then, and thank you for watching.